Okay. Good afternoon, YouTube. You are live in YouTube now. My name is Ayla, and I guide this conversation. Today, we're gonna talk about how to adapt yourself to a new environment. But before we start, I I need to explain a little how Talk and Talk work. And Talk and Talk is a language conversation platform. You can practice languages such as English, French, Spanish, Italy, Mandarin so far. It's a safe place because there is no judgment. There is no correction because I'm not an English teacher. I'm just a student, but we can use this space to practice our English speaking. It's a good way, I consider also a way to improve our confidence because you you don't you don't need to be afraid of or it's normal to feel uncomfortable when you start to speak another language. But here, we can practicing, we can face this fear because there is no judgmental, and it's a good way for us to improve step by step. And yeah, I think what else? So if you want to get more information, you can go website talkingtalk.com.br. And now we can start. Today with me are Luis, Midian, Diego, and me. And now we can introduce ourselves to get to know each other. Please, Luis, could you introduce yourself?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Luis. I'm 44 years old. I am from Campo Grande City. I am a freelancer data analyst. I like to work with small companies and companies from the creative industry. I like to help these companies to understand their data. And in my spare time, I like to listen music, play piano, ride motorcycles, and watch movies, this kind of things.
Thank you, Luis. Thank you for sharing. Angel Midian, please go ahead.
Hello everyone, I am Jan. I am from Rio. I am here in Talk since June. I am a software developer and I like to read books about technology, artificial intelligence, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Anna. Good afternoon.
Hello, sorry my delay. I had one problem here in my PC. Nice to meet
Oh,
you.
nice to meet you too. It's a pleasure to welcome you here. I think, could you introduce yourself first?
Yes. I'm Anna. I live here in São Paulo. I have 34 years old. My background, I work more 10 years for radiology, and I'm physics, I'm technology radiology, and I had my master degree and my PhD in this nuclear area for radiology too. I'm still here for to improve my English and more naturally in my routine.
Awesome, awesome. So I put the question for you on chat. Can you see the questions?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, nice. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Now, Diego, please introduce yourself.
Yeah. So my name is Diego. I'm 27 years old. Actually, I'm Peruvian, so I can speak Spanish. I have been living here in Brazil for around 6 years. I'm data scientist and I work with artificial intelligence, Python, and data. Actually, I'm interested about improving my English. That's because I'm here. It's my pleasure to be here, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Diego. And you, Yasmin, please introduce yourself.
I'm Yasmin. I'm 19 years old. I live at São Paulo too. I live here with my parents and my cat. I'm here in Talking Talk to practice my English, my Spanish too. And next week I will start as a host in Spanish. I'm already a host in English. And nowadays I'm work as an intern on software development. And in my free time I like to read books, watch series, watch movies too.
So nice. Thank you, Yasmin. And about me, I'm Ayla. I'm from Belém, north of Brazil. I work in the public sector, and I love learning new things. I enjoy studying language. That's why I'm here, and I become a host since February this year, Talking Talk. But I'm here since 2021, and I try to improve day by day my English skills in general. So that's it for now. Okay, guys. As there are more than 5 people here today, I also split us up in another room, okay? So just a minute. Okay. I will ask you guys, please, in another room, be respectful and respect everyone to have the same time to speak, okay? And in more or less 10 minutes before I end the meeting, I will bring you back and you can talk more how was the conversation, okay? Enjoy this conversation as much as possible for you, okay? So see you, and I will split yours. So okay, now. Okay. Okay, now we can start, finally. Please, Anna, could you read the question number 2? Start the answer for us, please. You are muted.
Oh, sorry. The number 2 is this. What the strategies do you use to adapt to a new environment? Let me think. I'm not consider me a social person. So I think I don't have a lot of two strategies for this. Maybe I need to listen more in the middle of the other people. Maybe I need more time for to feeling about the other person. It's near to me. But I think this is my mind, this adult mind. When I teenager, this is different. But this in my days, I use this. I listen more, talk less, and I try to understand my feeling, what who each person is, and maybe to establish a quickly map for the person. And of course, I think it's a good option not to discuss um, bad topics like the religion, like the politician, like this. This is maybe another strategy.
So I agree. It's a good strategy because I think there is some topics that are more sensible to speak, especially when we are getting you a meeting recently someone, and I prefer to watch more, to listen more, and I think it's a good strategy. Patience is key for me. Thank you, Anna. And you, Yasmin.
I'm similar to you girls. I'm used to watch more than try to talk more. So I didn't. I'm used to talk a lot when I am in a new environment because I didn't know who are this person, who are these people, who they will accept my ideas or not. So I try to not talk so much. I try to just observe. And other thing that I do is try to know what this person, what the people one by one represents on that. For example, if I am in a work environment, I try to know with what this person work, because if I need of her or of she, I can search the right person, and I try to question how the things work too, because I think when we are new in that new environment and we already didn't know how the things work, it's important to learn that. For me, it's important it because I prefer to get my by myself. I feel uncomfortable when I need from others all of the time, so I always try to know how the things going, how the things work at the first, because in that way I can avoid to make a lot of questions or always being asking for favors, things like that.
Thank you, Yasmin. So good tips. I think. Congratulations. Hey, Medium, please. What did you think? What are your opinion?
About to adapt to a new environment, for me, this is interesting because I feel tired to go out or meet new people. And when I go out and I stay in a new environment, I feel like prepared. I know what I will do in that place. I see the people that I want to talk. I study like before the place, or I study why I am doing that, and this make me feel more comfortable because I feel so tired to go out and adapt a new environment. I just go if I really have to, but if I don't know, I don't go out. I don't put my mind in this position because for me it's so boring and I feel tired to do this.
Okay, thank you, Medium. Thank you for sharing. And Medium, I will continue with you, please. Could you read the next start to discuss?
It's the same. I have to read. How do you approach meeting new people in a different city? I depend. I really like to meet new people online. I have a lot of friends, a good friend that I did online, and one thing that we have first something common. And this make our talk more easy. This make us share more things. And depend if I really want, if I want to meet new people, I be like kind, nice. But if I really don't want, I feel like tired, and this for me is so boring sometimes. Maybe when I was teenager, this is oh funny, oh interesting. But now as an adult, I feel like oh no, I had enough. Now I'm okay.
Okay. Sometimes it's complicated, right? When you meet new people, especially for uh, for person who is uh, shy or introverted, and it's complicated sometimes. But I think a good way, I would say I start with a small conversation, and maybe I think it's good to listen carefully. As I said before, I like more watching. They talk a lot, like Yasmin said. I think it's important to be friendly, but no push too much. It's it's important to don't be so fast in this moment. I think that's my opinion. And for you, Anna?
I agree with you. I think it's necessary to calm down or to this first approach in the meeting. But in the jobs, for example, I think it's another situation because in these times it's necessary to talk in the other topics, maybe not so good topics. Maybe we have better results, for example, and it's necessary to talk. I don't know what the word, but this is strength points, and maybe it's the first time we have this meeting with this new person, and I think depends the context in the end, but when it's possible, I think to starting a calm talk and to explain another situation or to explain about the overview about the situation of the topic. I think this is a good idea.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And you, Yasmin?
For me, I think depends of the environment. For example, if it's an environment that I didn't need to real know the people, for example, if I am in a coffee or in a restaurant, for me, I try to always avoid that because I just will I just will start a talk if I really need to because I'm really introspective. And when I need in environments like school or college or work, for example, I try to just observe, try to have a good listening to, because sometimes people didn't even know you. And if them feel that you are not paying attention, will be really bad because you are new there. So I try to always being paying attention in what the people are trying to say to me. And I also try to avoid hard subjects like politics, religion, or subjects that will make the person felt bad, like anxious, nervous, angry, or things like that. I always try to avoid. I just start hard subjects if I needed to. And for me, is that I try to be really calm and try to avoid bad situations.
So good, so good. Yasmin, please, would you read the next, the number 5?
Sure. Is the 4 or the 5? Sorry.
Sorry, F4.
Okay. And what role does communication play in adjusting to a new place? I think when we are new, the communication is the one of the most important things. I think your visual too, because, for example, if you are in a work environment and you didn't get yourself your clothes or your visual ready for this will be really bad. But the second point after the visual, I think, is communication. Because if you communicate without any confidence in what you're saying, it's like anyone will trust on you. I think the first perception then anyone have to you will be almost forever. So it's really hard to change after first perspective. And I think communication is really important. You have to feel confident about what are you saying, and always try to be clear in the communication, trying to avoid like things with two meanings, things like that. I think it is bad. You have to be clear on it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think communication is essential, uh, especially in some in professional settings. And I think it helps us understand people better and express ourselves better. I think without good communication, I think it might be hard to adapt yourself and to a new environment. It's essential. Thank you, Yasmin. And for you, Miden.
I agree with all. The communication is essential for have when you stay in your place and you don't know anyone, and when you are at work too, because you have to talk with your coworkers, you have to explain your project, what you are doing for your leader, and the communication is essential for everyone. The communication is part of our life. You have to do a good communication because this can make a lot of problems solved. Yeah. I agree. The communication is the first thing that we have to pay attention.
Yes, so good. Thank you, Miden. And for you, Anna, what are your opinion about this question?
I agree, our colleagues too, and I just add one point. I think it's necessary to increasing our soft skills, because when you're looking for a teenager, or you're looking at other age like the older people, or you're looking for other position person different stage, so I think these soft skills is to appropriate for to clear our language, to clear our gratings, for example, for the treatment for the different types of talk in the different types of person. I think this is one the big topic nowadays, the soft skills, because I saw sometimes my nephew, for example, to talk uh, another old person, for example, and it's not a polite. And I know I'm older too. I don't know. Maybe I'm the past with these things, but I think it's not a good. I think it's necessary. The education these two, because maybe it's informal. That's okay, but a good afternoon, saying hello, please, sir. Some things I think this is it's good for to maintain this relationship, a good relationship.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we can be informal, but no unpolite.
And polite,
It's
yes.
totally different. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Thank you, Mitten. Oh, sorry, Anna. Sorry. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna read the number 5. Have you ever experienced culture shock? How did you handle it? Mm, yeah, I think maybe I don't know culture, but I think I have a little difficult about the behavior, customs of people, because people are different and people have different opinions, ideas, and it's sometimes it's complicated, especially when maybe people don't respect for each other. And that's why I think a good way to handle about it is to listen and to to learn more about the culture. Maybe I think it's important to remind ourselves that it's okay to feel different. But it's important to be respectful, different culture, different behaviors, and different ideas, and to be empathetic. It's so important too. And yeah, that's my opinion. And for you, Medium,
About the number 5?
yeah.
Your experience culture shock. Now, no, not yet. Because I like to search about new culture, like to search about different countries, languages. I am studied a lot of languages, and for me, it's important to understand the culture. And until now, I didn't have one shock because I know even something is different for you because you are Brazilian. This don't mean that it's different for the person inside of the culture, because there is a lot of different culture from us as, but we have to respect the culture. For me, the big point is about respect. Even something is different than me, or even something isn't inside of my culture, isn't part of my culture, I have to respect. And if I respect, I will understand about this. Of course, there is some points that I disagree because it's about humanity, and but about culture, no. About costumes, no. About languages, no. And for me, it's just about respect. If you respect another culture, they will respect you, and you will understand them. Until now, I say no.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's normal. It's completely normal. People disagree about a lot of things, but I think you can use it as a way to maybe open our mind and to be respectful about the different ideas. So yeah, thank you, Medium. And for you, Yasmin.
Um, uh, I agree with you all. I think being respectful is important to all of the situations and cultures, way to vest yourself. All of the things is necessary respect, being respectful with another. And I think the one example when I experienced culture shock was sometimes when I saw a lot of children together and they aren't playing into the group. They are just texting on cell phones or seeing videos on cell phone. I think this is a shock that I passed a lot of times because I don't know, for me, children has to play with another children, and it's necessary have contact with other people. But a lot of children nowadays pass almost all of the time just in the cell phone. So this is really shocking for me. And the way that I handle it is just irrespectful because I'm not her, I'm not mother for them. So I can do nothing. I cannot change this environment. And I need to respect because uh, isn't me. And I cannot have the position of another's, so the way that I handle it is being respectful. There is not much to do about it.
Okay, thank you. I totally agree. Thank you, Yasmin. Now the number 6. Anna, could you read the number 6 for us, please?
What are some challenges you faced when adapting to a new environment? I think it's the same in the other questions. I prefer to answer the number 5. Can I? Because this is the same. And I had one experience to share with you because when I had experience to work with the Japanese guys, for example, it's totally different about the culture, about the to talk with the woman. For example, in the meeting, I needed to wait other men to finish and to inform me now is your time. And it's not possible just I open my talk respectfully, of course, but I need to waiting another man in the same meeting to say for me, now it's your turn. This for me is shock and impolite too.
It's difficult for us to understand the
Sorry, I
yeah,
need
I
to
agree.
close my window. 1
Ah,
minute.
okay, no
It's
problem.
raining here in São Paulo now.
Oh, Medium, please. What did you think about this question, number 6? Medium,
Um,
can you hear me? Okay.
I think we really answered it. Hi, yes. I think you really answered this question before. Oh, it's not challenging in the face.
Okay, could
Oh,
you read the start?
I am trying to thinking about this. I don't know. Maybe when I am in a new environment and if I don't adapt very quickly, I just stay calm and just be quiet and watch what is happen in a place and try to understand. I just stay alone and don't do nothing. I just see what will happen. I didn't had one challenging yet when I am in a new environment.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Mita. And for you, Yasmin?
I think for me, challenge is try to establish contact with others because I'm introspective, so sometimes I didn't want to, but I have to establish connections and talk to others. I have to make this contact. Sometimes it's challengeful. And the other thing that is a challenge is didn't know in who trust because when we are in a new environment, we never know who is being truth with uh, we or people that is saying lies to us. So it's really bad. This didn't know who is a bad person or a good person. I think this is challenge too because it's something that we just will learn with the time. Like people we can trust to search them for ask for help, and people that we need to avoid search them for help. So I think this is challengeful too.
Thank you, Yasmin. I agree, girls, with you all. I think one challenge for me maybe is get along with different personalities. It could be sometimes hard, especially for people who is so introvert, so ashamed, so and maybe about the what Anna said, cultural roles or social roles from other countries. Sometimes it's so strange, difficult to understand, but we need to be respectful. Okay. Yeah, I think for me, that's it. Okay. Uh, let's move on, girls. Now, number 7. Medium, please. Could you read?
Yes. How important is it to learn about local customs and traditional when you move to a new place? It's so important because you have one not one eyes, it's like vision about one specifically place or specifically country because you have a culture, you have one background before you go to that country or the place or wherever. You have one one idea about everyone or about everything because or you saw in social media or because someone told you things about the place, about the country, but you just will have sure if you go there. And it's really important to search, to study, to talk, and to understand what will happen when you meet the person there, when you talk with someone. It's important to you understand the languages because this makes your communication better. And I think it's about understand them because you are in another country or culture, and if you understand and respect all, you will have a good time with them.
Excellent. Thank you. And Joanna,
I think it's very important. The most important for our Latin guys, because we eat more hugs. It's common for us kisses. It's common. It's closer contact. And so yeah, the Latin specifically. And when we visit to Europe or Japan or another cultures, it's more far away. Yes, more far. I don't know the correct word, but exists this distance. Yes, and this distance it's a local custom. It's necessary to follow because maybe this is not a good to show, and maybe we will have some confusion because these other cultures it's not common this contact, personal contact. Or I listened one time and one a colleague from Germany. I smile a lot, and I think this is bad for you in your opinion, but here in our Latin guys, it's common for us to smile always. Yes, not of course not all, but it's common for us about the smile, these things. And I listen this one day, so I think it's necessary for it not to impact in the other culture and to establish this correct relationship. I maybe not to change our way, just to thinking when we stay in another culture for not have a problem and
yeah,
misunderstanding. Yes, this is another point.
yeah, misunderstanding. Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. So good, so good words. Thank you, Anna. And for you, Yasmin.
I agree with you. I think it's really important know about the culture in the place that you are going because sometimes you can say something or make something really bad, even didn't know that. For example, here in Brazil is okay. Show thumbs. I think the thumb is thumb up, but in some cultures this is really bad. So we have to make I think a quick search to be polite and respectful with another culture is really important, and is something that will not waste a lot of time. We have to make that, because if someone come to Brazil and be unrespectful, disrespectful with us, we don't like that. So we have to give the same respect that we want to, and it's really important. And we have to be really careful with that, because sometimes we didn't know that we are being disrespectful. For example, I have a culture shock when I start to have contact with people to another countries at my work, because here in Brazil, like Anna said, we are very, how can I say that? We are really not careful. Let me search how is. We are really affectionate, I think is that carinhoso, tender. We are gentle with people. Like here we have the habit to give hurt reactions in others' messages. We are used to make a how is let me search here because I don't know how is that. We make greets, giving hugs and giving kisses, and from other countries, this is strange for them. And when I start to have contact with people to another countries, I notice that, because here, when some of our work sends something that we like it, we are used to send a hard reaction, but there they are more cold with the things, you know. So if you thank them for something, they will just send no problem. If they say they send something. So it's a different culture. You have to learn how to adapt to know about the other cultures, because sometimes you can have a bad perspective, like, oh, he is saying he is disrespectful with me, but sometimes it's just the other's culture. We have to know how to notice that, and know how to respect too. I think it's really important.
Yeah, I totally agree. Be respectful is key to handle about this difference. For me, I think we are as Latin people, like Yana said, we are so warm, affectionate, like Yasmin said. And for us, it's complicated sometimes, but about to smile. I like so much to smile. And but I understand. But I think because this it's important to learn more about the customs, and that's way you can adapt it better into a new environment, a new culture, and to avoid to be misunderstood. And so bad situation because this. Okay, girls. I think there is time to answer one more questions. Let me see. Okay, the last one. The question, 15 question. What advice would you give to someone struggling to adapt to their new surroundings? Anna, the last one.
I don't know the word this term. I need to translate.
No problem.
Uh,
Take your time to
you know, the another word corresponding to struggle.
To face.
Okay.
To
like
handle.
To face. Okay. To adapt to new.
To adapt. Yeah.
Yeah. My tip, I think it is to listen before, maybe to check before, like Yasmin said too. I think we have nowadays a good option on the internet. Yes, it's possible to check all things around the world in our cell phone. We have technology to discover all things. So I think we have a lot of information for to figure out this before this situation. But I think the another advice is always in all culture, I think, to introduce about the polite things. So the greetings, the thank you, and I think these things is like we said here in Brazil, we teach this, or we learn this with our mom and our dad. So I think this all culture is the same about the polite, about the good person. I think this is it's one device we receive our moms or dads or someone learning for you.
Thank you, Anna. If for you, Media, the last one.
The 7?
No, 15. The last one first.
Wait. I don't know what I can. What will you give to someone struggling to adapt to their new one? I don't know. I don't have idea about this now. And now my connection isn't going well. But about this question, I really don't know.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you, Media. Guys, welcome back. How was the conversation? How was the conversation for you, Luis?
Was a great conversation. Diego is a very polite, and we have the same interest in our tech area. And I learned so much with him, and I hope to have the opportunity to meet Diego in another immersion in the future. It was a great immersion.
Nice. I'm glad to hear about this. And I would like to ask you then question number 2. What strategies do you use to adapt to a new environment?
Well, like I was saying to Diego, my first strategy is not a strategy, but I try to make an empathic talk. I try to understand how that environment works. For example, if it's a working environment, I try to understand how that people uh, communicate with each other. And I like to think that communication is not about what I am talking, but about the other person is understand something like that. And I try to think in this way.
Yeah, so good words. I agree with you. I like more listening to people to be careful in the first of all because to avoid some misunderstand and I think it's a good way and I think most girls here agree about this, and I think it's a good way to wait and to watch more, and after you can improve your relationship and like this. So thank you, Luis. And for you, Diego, how was the conversation for you? Um,
Yeah, it was wonderful. This is an amazing person. And as he said, we have something in common. That is the love for Python. That is a language programming. And he works with data, and I work with data too. And yeah, it was very interesting. Some very interesting questions that we discussed.
okay, thank you for sharing. And I would like to ask you some question too. The question number 4, what role does communication play in adjusting to a new place? What are your opinion about this question, please?
Yeah, so for me, the communication plays an important uh, place in a new place, for example, because communication is very important to communicate with different persons, different situations. For example, in my case, when I was adapting a new environment, the communication was very important to transmit the certainly message to different persons. And that's because I think it's very important. The communication is everything, and we have to try to improve. As in my case, I'm just trying to improve, especially here because Portuguese is not my first language, but yeah, it's something that I'm trying to improve every day, and it's the same in English.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Diego. So good reflections. Guys, we don't have more time. I'd like to thank you all for coming, for your participation. It's a pleasure for me to welcome you all, and I hope you enjoyed that you enjoyed this conversation. I put the link of survey, and if you could please answer this to because I think it's important for our improvement, and your opinion is so important for us. So please rate us, and I hope to see you in the next time. I'm here every Wednesday and at 5, so it's a pleasure for me to see you all again. So thank you, and see you. Bye bye.
You, bye bye.